Welcome to our home. It is so good to be home. Today we are going to give you kind of a little glimpse on the day in the life of a veteran homeschool mom, and rule number one is don't panic. I want to start out with reading some scripture because we should always start our day with the Lord and remind ourselves that we don't operate in our own strength when we give our life to Jesus. And I want to read from Philippians 4, verse 4 through 7, and then verse 13. Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say rejoice. Let your gentleness be known to all men. The Lord is at hand. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So I hope that this little video that my kids and I are putting together will encourage you as you have been thrown and thrust into homeschooling without any prior warning and without even preparation for having to school them. So my kids and I are going to give you kind of a walkthrough of what we do in a homeschool day, and it doesn't look anything like public school. So you can put that anxiety to rest. We are very laid back. We do it right here at our dining room table or on a chair in our living room or sprawled out across the bed. They might be doing their schoolwork. And so we're going to kind of walk you through our day. I'm also going to show you what we use for curriculum, and I'm going to have some links that below on the video for you to go to and actually check out what curriculum we use and look at their websites. Some of these curriculum providers are actually offering free curriculum to you parents who are completely fresh out of the package and don't know where to begin. And some of them are offering, at least at the very minimum, discounts. And I don't get anything. I'm not sponsored by any of these curriculum providers. I have been homeschooling for, 25 years. Our oldest is going to be turning 30 in May. He's a college graduate, and he had a 3.8 GPA in college, and he was on the dean's and president's list like the entire 4 years of college. I do not take credit for that at all. It is, I do give a lot of credit to the Lord, and I give a lot of credit to the fact that we homeschooled. My children have learned how to learn. They're not robots. They don't just produce information that they've memorized. They actually learn how to learn. And that's what's so beautiful about homeschooling. One of the beautiful things. The other beautiful thing is I have a relationship with my kids, and I cherish that. And my children have all told me many times that they are so thankful they've been homeschooled. You guys, this interruption in your life can be a blessing, and I hope that this video will encourage you. One of the things that's so wonderful about homeschooling is there's so much flexibility in how you can teach your kids, because teaching happens in a lot of everyday moments. I think one of my favorite things that my kids have done recently is something Riley did. Riley is 8 and he loves science, right? Yep, he's my science guy. And Mom, not so much, okay? So I totally get it if you're terrified teaching your kids subjects you don't like. Like, give me English, grammar, anything like that. History, I'm your girl. Give me math and science, no thanks. But I have successfully homeschooled my 8 children over the last 25 years, and I have made many mistakes. And it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to change your plan, and it's okay to try different things. So I'm just going to show you some things that have been fun for us. Look at Buzz Lightyear over here. Don't knock him over. We have 2 of these, and this one the kids didn't really like because he didn't have all the bells and whistles and the wings that popped out and all that stuff. And so we had gotten, I guess Jaden, with his own money that he had earned, bought another one. And so this guy's kind of, what do you call him? The dud? Yeah, he's the dud. And so they have him, they don't really like him. Well, Riley was bored, and he's my little tinker guy. He likes to tinker. And he just got out some screwdrivers, and it started out just wanting to take his batteries out, okay? And it kind of got out of hand, but it's ended up being one of the fun little learning lessons. This Buzz guy has turned into basically a puzzle. Riley, how about you show us what Buzz can do?
It's sturdy as a rock.
Sturdy as a rock. So anyways, you know, even sometimes taking things apart and allowing our kids to be creative ends up being one of the most fun things he does. He plays with that thing like every day. That Buzz never got played with before, but he gets played with multiple times a day now, and we like to have fun with it. Now, this other thing I want to show you, you guys have probably heard about Kiwi company or something similar. It's a STEM science subscription box that they send you every month, once a month. And this was our first one that we had done, and it has a motor on it that we built. It has a spinning thing on it that he attaches his paper to, and we had paint. And he made this fun design for me yesterday. And he loves this thing. We ended up having to buy more paint because he uses it a lot. And they even come with like a little booklet on how discussing the physics that are involved in this. And like I said, I'm not a science person, but I was able to follow the instructions with him, and we made this. I have not personally come across any evolutionary type things in this yet. It's mostly like hands-on science projects, and it's been really good. So this was his first one. Did you like this one? Which one's your favorite?
Both, thanks.
Both. Our other one is a robot that he got to make. And can it work, Riley, or not?
It can work, but you need this stone.
Okay. Show us how your robot works. One of the parts got lost, so it might not work properly. Oh, now he's going in reverse. Good job. So they learn lots of fun things with these science kits. I don't know if they're having any special offer right now with the virus, things. A lot of companies are doing that. But I will include the link for Kiwi Company in the bottom. And again, I'm not sponsored by them in any way, shape, or form. I get nothing out of it. I'm just sharing what kind of fun things we do. So much. Science has always, for the last 25 years, been one of the hardest subjects for me to get done with my kids. I love God's creation, but I can't stand science. And so for a long time I did, little things here and there, little unit studies basically on science. And then when they got old enough to read for themselves, I had them use Apology of Science, which I still highly recommend. It's very good. They have an elementary one also now called by the author, I can't remember his name, but it's the guy who wrote Wiley, I think his life, Dr. Wiley. He wrote Apology of Science, and he has his own elementary one that my grandchildren use, Emily's little guys, and she does that with them, and they love it. Lots and lots of hands-on stuff. So highly recommend it, but I found it was too much like parent stuff and not my thing. So I came across a Christian creation-based science program that's fairly new that I love. It's written by a homeschool dad. He's a physician, and he has 6 kids, and they homeschool. And the thing I love about it is every lesson is on a disc. I do this with the boys, and we probably in the past with my older 4 kids, we probably did way more history than science. With these guys, it's either neck and neck. It's either equal or almost more science, which is so crazy coming from a mom who does not like science. I love this science curriculum. We pop in the disc. I have one boy sit on one side of me in the living room and the other on the other side, and there's like a 5-minute lesson on whatever topic, and then questions. And it's Christian based, so he emphasizes the creation view. We have touched on evolution, but in comparison to creation, so they understand why creation is the truth. It's put out by a company called Science Shepherd, and I'll have the link below for you. Love this, and this is my first year using it. So it took me 24 years to find a science curriculum that I actually love to do. Like, I don't dread it. Again, Riley is 8, Jaden is 10, almost 11, and I could easily use this for older kids. But right now they're the only ones doing it. So I just basically want to show you like what it is. And if you can even use this with younger than 8. With younger than 8, you're probably going to only want to do 1 lesson a day. We go through about 2 or 3 lessons each time we sit down to do science. That's how much they love it. And it's so, they are retaining it, and that's what's great too. So we listen to the lesson on the disc, and then we turn to whatever day we're on, and I read the questions. This one here is geology is a type of earth science, true or false? And they circle whichever one. And at the beginning, I was having them write, when there was something that they had to write out instead of circle, it took so long and it kind of took forever. So what I ended up doing, like here for example, we were learning about some ocean animals. Are starfish plants or animals? Instead of writing things out for my 8-year-old is really hard right now. So instead of watching him struggle and get frustrated, I let him circle plants or animals. Even though that's not what they're asking for, they're actually asking for him to write it out. But I'm adapting it to help him be able to complete the lesson. And then we have, this kind of thing, and words. This is excellent doing crossword puzzles because it's great review. And they even have review from previous chapters intertwined and all this. Anyways, this is called Introductory Science Level B. Love it, love it, love it. The same company that I'm using for Liana and Lydia, these are just their worksheets. Again, I love it. This could be science, or this could be science and history. It's so good. They have again, it's set up where they have a short 5 to 10 minute lesson on the disc, and then questions, definitely more geared to junior high and high school. And with Lydia, she's, like I said, she's 12, and so I sit and do it with her, but she's been doing great and learning quite a bit. And this one is called Unearthing the Bible, and it's basically archaeology. There's so much history in it, but there's so much science in it as well. And I'm even enjoying it. I'm learning about all kinds of neat things that I didn't even know. And so there's a teacher guide here. So I just sit, we go through the disc, and then I have Lydia ask the question, and I've got the answer here, and she guesses what it is, and I'm like, okay, I might give her some hints, and she'd be like, oh, okay, it's that. But again, the crossword puzzle is awesome because it's like a review for it, and it's just been wonderful. They have biology and chemistry and physics and all that stuff. They're working on discs for those. I don't think they have that for those yet. I could be wrong. They may have them by now. That's why I ended up doing the archaeology one, because they were working on doing video discs for the other higher sciences. So, and again, I forgot to mention when I was telling you about this one, for lab work and science experiments, they have them in your book, but they demonstrate every single one on the disc. So if you don't have the stuff to do the science experiments, they're already there. They're still watching it and learning, and how things are done. Or if you're just not the kind of mom who likes to do that kind of thing, which I can completely relate to, this has been a lifesaver. So they're getting their lab stuff done, but not with all the mess. So that's something that's been wonderful. So Science Shepherd, again, highly recommended. Well, I hope our little video has been encouraging to you new homeschool moms. Don't panic. It's going to be okay. Your kids are going to be okay, and you can do this with the Lord's help. I hope this encouraged you.